So you think you know about video games? Every week I show you another box full of amazing retro game stuff, but can you tell me how much it's worth? Welcome to the Family Fun Game for video games collectors. Are you ready?
I think I love retro games.
Hello, yes, hello. It is me, it is Jace at Retrogames. Welcome back to What's in the Box. It's Friday, happy Retrogaming Day to you. Are we all happy? Are we all happy? Are we all enjoying our collections? Happy Easter to you. It's Easter weekend 2024 and you're suffering this. I look a bit like an Easter egg, don't I? I look a bit like the Kinder Man.
These groovers now. Doggo.
See, a little bit like the Kinder Man. Well, how are you? Did we enjoy last week's show? It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? For newcomers, if there is any newcomers, I'm going to show you a load of stuff in this great chest of retro gaming beauty, and you're going to guess amongst your family and friends how much things are worth, and see if you can get close to the big total at the end. It's a quiz show with no contestants this side of the camera. They're all your side, you're the contestants, and I hope you'll play along. Now, I can't do this without a friend. Some people say he is a toaster that's gone wrong, but we only know him as Marvin.
My name is Marvin. My name is Marvin. Remember my name. 'Cause my name is Marvin. My name is Marvin.
And here is Marvin in the house. We do love him. He is the most advanced computer in the entire building. He's amazing. What have you been up to this week, Marv?
This week I got in trouble for making inappropriate comments to a cash register at Londis.
Okay, each to their own. Don't drop him, Jace. Gently. Marvin will be back later. Shall we get started? Shall we? It's time to ask, what's in the box? Yeah, what is in the box? Okay, I've got this magnificent chest again. Opening it. Oh, I can see some of the stuff poking out. You can see some of the stuff poking out. Shall we start with the thing that's poking out the most? Yeah, why not? This is something very strange. I didn't think we'd have one of these in stock. This is a peripheral, it's hardware, it's for the PC Engine. We all love PC Engine. It is called the Virtual Cushion. I could do with that, I need a little nap. This is the Virtual Cushion. Now this is ahead of its time, released in 1992. Is a vibrating cushion that connects to the PC Engine console so you can feel the game. So in Street Fighter you can feel the punch in your chest, you can feel the blasts as you shoot in the shoot 'em ups. Let's just get it on the big camera and let you have a look. Yeah, so there it is. Very rare. It's quite cute. It's got a face and everything on the box. Now, there are not many of these around. It's kind of the first ever. I think it's before a lot of wearable devices for video games. I mean, there's chairs that make big rumbles and stuff, but this is before all that. This is really early. And as you can see, beautiful in the box. It's got lovely foam kind of case, and there is all like new, sealed. So it's got a power supply in there. That's the cushion, all wrapped up, unused. That's what makes this special. This is the vibration unit. You can see it's got some audio inputs on the back, a NEC, and this side we have. This is the outer casing for it. It's got the Virtual Cushion branding on there, and here's all the cables. It's got audio cable connected to your PC Engine. it would be a shame if anyone uses it, to be honest. When things are this lovely and new, it is a shame if they ever get used. But what a lovely, interesting device. And if you collect PC Engine, you're going to have it for your collection, aren't you? Bad luck. How much is it worth, Marvin? For a cushion. Yeah, for a cushion. Very rare. Okay, let's have a look at something else for the PC Engine. And this is something... what is it? It is a... I call it a RAW 30, but it's an RAU 30. And you're thinking, oh, that looks nice. That looks like a really impressive console. It's not a console. It looks like it should be a console. Well, you might remember we saw this in the Jason Japan show. I spotted one of these in Jenkins' shop, didn't I? And I thought, what the heck is that? Well, now I've got one. I've got one. It's not that one. It's another one. What is the RAW 30? And this is a big bone of contention because it is such a lavish, rare item. I'll put it on the big camera. It looks like, oh, that's a games console. No, it's not a games console. It is an adapter. Let's be honest. This is just an adapter. Very rare, very elaborate, big adapter. I'll just open the lid there. Ooh, there you go. You've got the manuals and inserts, and there it is. That is a RAW 30. It's got a lovely strap. You could carry it around as a handbag. What is it for? Well, you might remember. Let's just put a picture up. The System CD-ROM 2 for PC Engine is like, it turns into a little briefcase with the PC Engine on one side of it and the CD player on the other. Well, this is an alternative. So you plug this. Hang on. Let me pull it, Jace. Pull it. Yeah. So this is like the PC Engine bit that you plug into that device, and then this allows you to connect to PC Engines that don't fit into that device. That is pretty much it. They're solving their own issue by making loads of different shaped consoles. So for the Super Graphics console version of the PC Engine, or for the Shuttle, you would use this, and then you could plug in that PC Engine and you could use it with the CD-ROM drive. I mean, is it any wonder it's sold in such tiny numbers? It's a very, squeaky, very niche device. I think it might be here for a long time. How much is it worth, Marvin? Come on. Yeah. Oh. What is that? This is a steering wheel controller. Wow. We do like a bit of steering. Now this is called the Handle, the Sega Handle, you might know this as, which is a super rare Master System controller. Let's just put a picture of the Sega Handle. Yeah, so I mean, this strange steering device, which I will get out in a second, was made for the game Afterburner, and you can see that on the box. There is Afterburner there. Let's put it on the big screen there. So this was made for Afterburner. This actual version by Hori is for the Famicom. That's the Japanese version of the NES. Licensed and taken over by Sega. So I think only in Europe. I don't think they got a Sega version, because the Master System was very, very unpopular in Japan. I don't think they got that in Japan. They just had this. Now let me just take it out. I love this control. I famously don't like steering wheels. They're usually a bit rubbish. But this one, I just think is such a groovy design. Let's put the box down there. Look at this. Wow. Let's put it on the big camera. We've got this lovely fascia there, like control panel. And you've got these fire... It reminds me of the Conix, obviously it reminds me a bit of the Conix. Multi-system. But yeah, wow, it's a lovely looking thing. And you can imagine yourself... Oh yeah, I mean, as much as we have a go at the Sega Saturn steering wheel because it's like Batman's control device. But this, I don't know. This feels like, oh yeah, I'm in a retro arcade. I love it. It's a lovely device. I'm thinking it's quite valuable. Am I right, Marv? Okay, more unusual hardware, and it is this, another thing for the Famicom, Japanese NES. It's a Nintendo Family Basic. Now, back in the early 80s, most people who made games consoles, like your Ataris, your Commodores, they wanted to also turn them, not Commodores, Intellivision, Coleco, they wanted to turn them into computers. And the Famicom was no different, and this is the Family Basic set. which turns your Famicom into a computer if you wanted it to be one. I mean, it does seem strange. It's a lot bigger than the actual Famicom, isn't it? It's huge. It's a huge box set, but it's in lovely condition. Let me pop the lid open for you, and there, look. So it comes with a basic cartridge and that matching keyboard. It's beautiful keyboard because it does look like the Famicom. They will look brilliant on a shelf together. Not that anyone takes stuff out of the box, we know that. Let's just get this out properly. It's those red, oh, it's in beautiful, it's absolutely brand new condition. It's these red, lovely red keys and the Famicom badge there at the front. HVZ007. We've got a write and a read. It's got your connectors there for your cassette deck. Yes, the cassette deck. It turns it into pretty much a Spectrum. Yeah, you can connect a audio cassette player for loading and saving programs. Beautiful condition. Here's the cartridge. This cartridge has actually got some backup switches. It's got some memory on there, so you can actually save your programs that you've worked on. Yeah, just a little flash that. And it's got a lot of paperwork. You've got this big Q&A manual, the first manual, which is good. It's got Mario on it. Yeah, we know it's Nintendo. We've got the family basic, proper big manual. Really nice glossy programming guide for the software. We've got this card, which is just like, looks like a UDG graphics designer. Just like little sprites thing. And then we've got this is a flyer for that cassette deck. Yes, the super rare Nintendo cassette player. I mean, if you collect Nintendo stuff, you want it, don't you? Look at that thing. It is beautiful. It's a nice set. It's a lovely set if you collect Famicom. I'm not sure anyone ever uses these, but they're lovely things to have. And that's what's important. How much is it worth, Marvin? Let's get some games on the show. Come on. Okay, I've got quite a few games to show you. There's 21 items in the box this week, just in case you were counting. Okay, this is a PC game. It is System Shock. Very, very popular. Well, possibly not as popular as it should have been back in the day, but it embedded itself in the annals of video game history. Yeah, highly rated first-person shooter. They're actually remaking it. It's coming out very soon for PS5 and Xbox Series X. So let's just check out what System Shock on the PC is like.
It's actually a first-person shooter come quite elaborate role-playing game. Look at all those items you're holding, all those devices. Yeah, it's a strange weapon. He holds this ball and zaps, but I mean, that poor guy zapped to death. Now, you know you go to the toilet, you want a nice restful wee. I mean, sadly this guy has broken the toilet, he's weeing in a hole. Yeah, I mean, I think we should leave this guy alone. I know he's an armed metal mutant. This seems a bit rough, you know. Oh, he was just trying to do his business. Right in the happy sacks. He disappeared through the door, and then we're still... He just wanted to go to the toilet.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's like a lot of other games. It is a bit like a lot of other games, but anyway, beautiful example of the original release, and this is on 3.5-inch floppies. A bit tight. Gently, gently, Jace. Gently, yeah, lots of and there this actually, it's got the CD-ROM as well. So it's got the CD-ROM. We've got the shortcut future install guide. We've got another guide. We've got the manual, and then we've got all these discs. I think there's on 9 floppies. It's a PC game, and a lot of these PC games have picked up massively in value. PC big box stuff, not DVD case, but big box stuff has become incredibly collectible. So come on then, Marvin. System Shock, original issue on PC, how much? Now let's move over to the Amiga. You know, I'm a big Amiga fan. I love this game. Second Samurai. It always makes me think of Last Ninja. Oh, I know. Second Samurai. Or Second from Last Samurai. That would be better. Let's check out Second Samurai on the Amiga.
Now, I don't know about you, but I enjoy playing console-style games on the Amiga. It really could be a Mega Drive cartridge, couldn't it, really? Yeah, I've got this big stone head. I'm taking him down. I can get that idol. It'll be absolutely mine now once he's gone. 3 swords, 3 books, 3 roast chickens. What more could you need? Yeah, it's a sideways scrolling slashathon platformer, really. Lots of bonus weapons, bonus levels, end bosses. Something I really like about it is this: you can pick up gadgets like this little hover lift and use it somewhere else, and then you can reach parts of the level you couldn't reach before and get these pots. Very nice, and you can take it a long way. I love this green blobby man. Look at him. That is a good bad guy. And here's another end of level boss. He's a giant plant, but he has a lot of eyes. And something a bit spooky when you blast his eyes. They open one at a time. Slash them. Slash. And look, oh, it's a dead eye. Oh, it's a bit disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it wants to be the Commodore Amiga's version of Shinobi, doesn't it? It wants to be Shinobi. Not quite Shinobi. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's on the Persegonist label. Yeah, no, Psygnosis. It's Psygnosis. That's an in-joke. That's an in-joke for the regulars there. Persegonist. And you've got that Persegonist branded box there. And then we've got the manual and we've got the discs. Lovely condition. Second Samurai, not the first one. How much, Marvin? Okay, now this is more Persegonist, but it's not. It's on the Cyclops label. It's the spin-off label. It's basically an excuse to release stuff in smaller boxes. That's what it was about. And Stricks, S-T-R-Y-X. What a great name for a game. It is a shooter. It's not one of the games that people know from the Psygnosis, back catalogue. Check it out. What's Stricks like?
Okay, now born of the Amiga demo scene, Psygnosis made elaborate intros on their games, and we all love demos, we all love the intros to Psygnosis stuff. Dare you race across 110k of map data, 950k of graphics, and 500k of music and sound effects. Wow, they're blowing their own trumpet with this intro. All of a quality second to none. Wow, this game is going to be amazing. Just to Save Mankind. I mean, this is what intros were like. They seem pretty dull now, but they were amazing at the time. If you win, we will treat you to a fully animated victory sequence. Wow, I mean, they're bigging up what happens at the end of the game. Okay, and they're also bigging up what happens if you don't win. Yeah, suppose we treat you to an animated game over sequence. Yeah, it really is blowing their own trumpet in a big way. They're really pleased with that shadow graphic. I know it seems a bit feeble, doesn't it? It seems a bit feeble, but this was epic in 1992. They tell us to sit back and enjoy the 1000k loading sequence made just to whet your appetite. Wet with an H. Oh, that's a bit weird. And that is the intro. Okay, I can't wait to play this. Check the game. Oh. Okay. Jump. Oh, he shot me botty.
I mean, I do love the artwork. It's a rip-off of Lost in Space, isn't it? It really is a rip-off. But it's a beautiful picture. Yeah, there's always great artwork on Persegonist games. We know that. Even if they are Cyclops. I quite like this game. What's it worth, Marvin? Sticking with the Amiga, this game is called Shockwave. It's just an unusual game. This has been reissued. I think it's on Digital Magic originally, but this is a reissue on PC Hits, which is a spin-off of Prism Leisure. Prism Leisure, in the world of video games, they really were just lowest common denominator, picking up low budget, low rent licenses and reissuing them in much worse packaging. That's kind of what they did. But let's just check out what is Shockwave like on the Amiga.
Well, Jace, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's a really quite rapid wave shooter, 3D Afterburner inspired, I'd say, maybe a bit more Space Harrier. Yeah, taking down the aliens in a 3D super fast shooting cockpit view. I like it a lot.
Well, there you have it. Yeah, and it's okay actually. For Prism, this box is not too bad. But the manual is just, make them cheap, throw it out there. That was kind of what they were about, Prism. Not worth much, Marv? Okay, moving on to that other Commodore format, the Commodore 64, and this is Knobby the Arvar on the Thalamus label, the Newsfield setup label, which released some amazing games. Cudex, Creatures, Sanction, Delta, you know, some brilliant, really landmark Commodore 64 games, but their demise, the end of their life, they were churning out stuff, maybe not quite the level that people wanted. Let's check out Knobby the Aardvark on the Commodore 64.
Okay, so it's a pretty decent looking platform game, but can you tell what's wrong with it? Yeah, that's right, there are no external sound effects, there is just the music. And I'm a big advocate of Commodore 64 music. I love the SID chip and all it could do, but take away the sound effects and it just makes everything feel hollow and empty. Here we go, I'm going to shoot some things here.
Now, I can tell you where they've gone wrong. We'll come to that, but it's a beautiful box. It is a beautiful box. This is the disc version. There was a glut of these for a while, but now they've got rare again. There was a little cache discovered of new ones, so they were around for a little while, but they've kind of disappeared now. It is a floppy inch disc, a low rent kind of labelling there, like black and white cut out of a piece of paper and stuck on. This is the level that Thalamus had got to, and the manual is a strange shape, but it's a folded piece of A4. We've got the warranty there, but it's just a piece of paper. It's not glossy. You can tell that, you know, they've run it, but they did put a poster in, and this has got a poster, and it's quite a nice glossy poster. But do you know what the problem is here? That is not Ollie Frey. Ollie Frey did not do the artwork for Knobby the Aardvark, which kind of ruins it, because Ollie Frey was, you know, he was the founder of Newsfield, and you thought he would do all the artwork forever. But he didn't do that one, he didn't do some of the others, which kind of, it deserved to be unsuccessful because of that. But what do you reckon? Sticking with the Commodore 64, what about this? Heatwave! It's a compilation from Hewson. I know the Retro Bear loves his compilations, and this one is one heck of a saucy lady on there. Look at her. But don't look at her face. Oh my god, look at that face. Yeah, not great. But what a rare compo. It's funny, it's upside down. Yeah, it's got some great games on it. It's got some games that we covered last week. It's got Firelord, Synapse, Netherworld, Alley Cat. That's what we covered last week. And Nebulous. It's got a special sticker on the front. Impossible omitted on the Commodore 64. How much, Marvin? Now here's a format that we don't cover as often as we'd like to. For the Archimedes is Magic Pockets by the Bitmap Brothers, legendary arcade action game, platformer, about a little boy with magic pockets, pulls out loads of devices to help him through the levels. It's got music by Betty Boo, but this is for the Acorn Archimedes! Yeah! That 32-bit console nobody's got. But that's what makes it so rare. It's a lot, I mean 20 times rarer than the Amiga or the Atari ST version. Let's check out Magic Pockets. And this is in immaculate condition, as you can see. Beautiful box, probably 10 out of 10. It's definitely 10 out of 10, I'd say. It's just one disc. You've got the warranty card there, and you've got the manual. The manual kind of folds out. It's kind of pretty. It's pretty. I don't want to fold it out completely because, you know, I'll never ever get it all folded back in the right way. But it's a proper poster manual. Very nice. Magic Pockets doing the do. What's it doing for you, Marv? Can you tell I've got a really, really terrible cough this week? Terrible. I'm stopping and starting hundreds of times through this. Here's a rare one for you, again for the Acorn Archimedes. This is Alone in the Dark. Now, another game that's recently been revamped and turned into a new game for PlayStation 5 and Series X. Why? Why don't they just leave these old games alone? No, keep going, keep going. Terrible reviews though. Alone in the Dark, this is for the Acorn Archimedes. Let's just check out the original Alone in the Dark.
Now, it is easy to forget what these early polygon arcade adventure games look like. Yeah, they're very jiggy jaggy. I mean, this makes Lara Croft look smooth. But the animation is brilliant. I mean, that typical French animation. It's a bit lumpy. I mean, the turning on the spot, the opening the doors. Makeup. Who put on her makeup? Stevie Wonder. Yeah, she looks hideous. Our protagonist. Oh, there's a very wide door. That's complicated. Oh, there's a zombie. Our first zombie. We're just walking about there. Very slow zombies. So if you're used to Resident Evil, there's not quite. Oh, another creature. I mean, yeah, it's slightly pathetic, isn't it? Oh, yeah, and there's another one. Yeah, they just don't follow you out. They just stay there and scream a bit in the corner. Strange. Got to check the toilet. Got to check. There's no toilet. It's just a bath and a sink. Strange. Maybe we can do a wee in this cupboard. No, the cupboard doesn't open. Okay, let's not do that. Oh, here comes the zombie again. He's almost laughable, isn't it? I know this was probably scary at the time, but it's hard to believe now. He's not even following me. He's gone in a different room. Oh, we're back with those screamy things. Yeah, it's lumpy, but it's kind of the time. Check this. Yeah, this is like, oh, they're coming to get me. I don't know what that brown thing is jumping around. And that zombie, look at his face.
It really is a lovely box design, that haunted house on the front there. And you've got lovely screenshots there. It's very nice, lavish box, I would say. Again, beautiful condition. Beautiful condition. Let's open it up. Got loads of stuff in here. It's got the discs, firstly, got tons of discs. We've got this insert. This is like a newspaper. It's still got its paper seal on it. I'm not going to open it up. I'm not going to open it up because I'll only ruin it. But it's like some clues that you'll need in the game. It's got this. Should you, a little note, a personal note. Should you experience any problems, send it back to Chrysalis, who were distributing this game for Infogrames. Got the glossy manual, lovely, beautiful glossy manual, and you've got this, a little tiny book. Yes, it's about the little freebies, isn't it? A little tiny Alone in the Dark book, and it's full of pictures of objects from the game. Isn't that cute? I can already tell, Marv, this one's really rare and expensive, isn't it? Wow, that really was expensive. Okay, let's move on to some consoles. Yeah, we've got some games for the Nintendo 64. I always say Neo Geo is the king of consoles, but really, we all know it's the N64. And what about this? It's Excite Bike, one of my favourite games on the N64. It had the magic of Wave Race. It had that feeling of, you know, it's tight racing. There's only 4 people in the race. There 4 or 6.
The riders are lined up at the start gate and ready to 3, 2, 1, go! And it's Sarah Sugar Hill with the whole shot.
And of course, this is a revamp of the classic NES game, but nothing like the NES game really. But amazing, 10 out of 10 condition. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And I can show you inside. It's still sealed up. It's still got its cellophane around the manual and around the packaging inside, so it's all like new in there. Beautiful. I'm thinking, oof, expensive, yeah, Marv. Now this one is more racing. I'm sticking with racing on the N64 this week. This is Beetle Adventure Racing. Not a very highly rated game, but I don't know why, because I think it's pretty good fun. Why don't we just check out Beetle Adventure Racing? It's an adventure and it's racing. Yeah, and it's pretty good. We've given this box 8.5 out of 10. Pretty nice, but the contents are beautiful, as you've come to expect. Look at that, still in its plastic bag. I think it's unplayed. Got the thing, and look at that manual. Yeah, beautiful manual. Very nice example of the classic. It's not classic, is it? Of the hard to find racing game. Yeah, what do you reckon, Marv? Now, this is a game that I really, really love. This is Mickey Speedway USA. Now, if you don't know, if you're from the Americas and you're watching this, in the UK we hate Mickey Mouse. I think we hate him. I can't really understand why Mickey Mouse is branded on anything. He's not a character that we relate to. I would say the British people do not relate to Mickey Mouse. Massive in Japan, Mickey Mouse. Massive in Japan, massive in America. But I think, I'm putting it out there, I think us Brits hate Mickey Mouse. And it kind of was really disappointing that the sequel, this is the pseudo sequel to Diddy Kong Racing, one of the greatest N64 games, should be licensed by Mickey Mouse. Let's just check out the game first. So yeah, it's got that real Diddy Kong feeling, hasn't it? It does feel like proper racing action, highly rated game, and it didn't sell very well in the UK, and that I do believe is, if this had been called Diddy Kong Racing 2, it would have done a lot better. But again, immaculate example. It's amazing condition. Get it out, Jace. And there we have the cartridge, and then we've got the warning stuff. And the beautiful manual. What a lovely example of what is a first party sought after game. Yeah. Oh, how much, Marvin? Sheesh! Okay, what's next? Well, we got some Game Boy games, a couple of Game Boy games. What about this? This is Game Boy Color. This game is called Martian Alert. It's a Warner Brothers, Was Bugs Bunny popular when this came out? I don't think so. It's a bit of a desperate license grab. But let's just show Martian Alert for Game Boy Color. Now it's an unusual box because it's foil that's been painted on. So, and you can see the paint bit has come away there, and so you've got Bugs Bunny's body there. It's just shiny foil, which is a shame because from a distance it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it, but there kind of is. I don't know what I think about these foil boxes. I guess if they're pristine, they're nice. But yeah, nice. Now the reason I picked this is because it's like new inside. It's got the warning thing and the manual, but it's also got a poster, and we like posters even in Game Boy games. Let's just unfold this carefully. It's more like a map, actually. It's more like a map. Looney Tunes Collectors. What do you think? Collector. It's a map. It's nice that it's there. Often missing. I don't think it's worth much, is it? Is it, Marv? Is it worth much, this? Okay, what's next in the box? Well, another Game Boy game. And this game is Jurassic Park. But it's a very unusual box, and this comes back to the demise of Ocean. Why did they release the game in a box like this? It is the white box. Very rare, but it has a picture of a box on it. Why release a Game Boy game like with this design, where you have a picture of, what is that, the Amiga version? Yeah, oh, let's not make our own sleeve or use the actual artwork. Let's put a picture of the game for a different format on the front of the box. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's stupid. But I mean, also, I think this might have been UK only. Ocean specific there. Look, big Ocean logo on the side there. Beautiful condition. I mean, it is 10 out of 10. But it doesn't have a manual. It has a couple of other inserts. Helpline insert and a blue sheet, but no actual manual. But I'm thinking that box still makes it very, very special. What do you reckon, Marvin? Now, if there's one format that makes our hearts sing, it's the old Spectrum! Spectrum! I've got a couple of Spectrum games this week. We haven't listed Spectrum in earnest for ages. What about this? Wizards Warriors by Abersoft. Quick, show it so I can cough.
Wizards Warriors? More like Wizard of War. Absolute rip-off of the Commodore Classic. Well, say Commodore, it's on Atari formats. It's on the ColecoVision, Wizard of War. But still a great maze shooter. And it plays okay. Yeah, it's a bit slow. It's a bit slow, but it's got colour clash. Oh, I got that guy straight away. Nice one. Yeah, I love these early games. Super rare now. Reissued by Mastertronic. You might know this game on the Mastertronic label. Wizards Warriors. Abersoft. And it's nothing to do with the band. How much is it worth, Marvin? Okay, now we're getting something that I've never ever seen before on the Retrogames website. It is a game called The Open. The Open is a golf simulation game by CCS. CCS, highly collectible, early label. But have you ever seen The Open golf game? Super rare. Oh, how much are you thinking? You're thinking it's valuable, yeah? I think it is very valuable. How much is The Open, Marvin? Is that a malfunction, Marvin? No, it's that rare. It is ridiculously rare. Please, nobody ever buy it. Okay, another Spectrum game. It's actually even rarer. It is this. This is, I'm going to show you it properly in a sec. Cascade Cassette 4. Now you'll know Cascade is famous for the cassette 50. Yes, 50 games on one cassette. But before that, they released the Cassette 4. It comes with 4 titles. It comes with Froglets, Dungeon, Command, and The Pits. All 16K games. The spine, look at that. Wow, value that's out of this world. Yeah. Incredibly rare. You know, 30 years, never ever seen this before. This is proper special. And I'm guessing Marvin's got a very special price. Don't touch it, Jace, put it down. Okay, one more game in the box, we're almost there. Thundering Turbos, the classic Tomitronic 3D game from my childhood. I loved this game. This was brilliant. This was VR in the 1980s. You look into it like a pair of goggles. I've got some batteries, I'm going to try and power it up. I always felt a bit cheated as a kid. This is strange because the TV advert had the car spin off and crash in like huge animated graphic way. And then when I played the game, it didn't do that. So let's just, if I can find it, let's just check out the Tomitronic 3D advert.
The astonishing Tomitronic 3D games. 3D Thundering Turbos. Only the most courageous driver can win. And 3D Sky Attack. Invading UFOs threaten to destroy a planet. They must be stopped. Tomitronic 3D games. Packed with 3D action. Only from Tomy.
Yes, classic. Now these were very sought after, the sort of thing you take in on the last day of term to play. And as it's Easter, probably Easter holidays, you'd be playing this a lot. I'm going to hopefully, because the graphics, it's such a brilliant design. These 3D games are such a brilliant design, and they were such a step ahead from the LCD LED games that we had. That they were their rivals. When is this? 1984, 3. I'm going to just see if I can get it to work on the camera. Can we see in there? Can you? Oh, we can see it. Yes. This is working, isn't it? I'm going to accelerate. There's that crash scene. The graphics, it's properly like 3D cars. It looks brilliant. If you've never played a Tomitronic 3D, what are you doing with your life? You know, brilliant. How much is it worth, Marvin? Which brings us to the end of the show. Now, I did ask you last week if you wanted to put in a guess of how much the total would come to. The total of everything we showed in this week's show. And the closest one would get £20 credit on the Retrogames website. Yes, you can buy anything you like for 20 quid. Whoever is closest to that number. Let's put up the riders. Yeah, was that 18 of them? 18 guesses we had for this week's total. Richard Cooper there. taking the top one, 3278. He's in Australia. That's not Australian dollars. It's not Australian dollars. Perils of Willie, 666, the devil's sign. That's the lowest one. We've got Tetley there, 1450, kind of in the middle. Retro Tap, similar. Michael King, 1843, put the extra 50p on. Why? I don't know. I guess I could have listed something with 50p. I guess we have to ask. Marvin, how much is the grand total of everything we've shown on the show today? Go! Okay, 2354, that is the closest, is Susan Ord. Well done to you. Simply email me at Retrogames. Nobody got it bang on, but email me, sales@retrogames.co.uk, and I'll give you a discount voucher for 20 quid, and that's it. Fantastic. Thank you for playing. If you joined in, I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you haven't realised how bad it was for me to make the show this week. It's been a tough one. Until next week, happy Retrogaming, Retrogamers. Happy Easter, Retrogamers.
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
And just so you know, this is what making the show was like for me.
I'm just a sad boy. Throw me away, throw me away.